Hello, you guys. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. And today we go get into the Hasan situation and him getting detained at the Chicago airport. Now, why they detain him? Was it because of that whole 9/11 rant he had?
This is so insane. America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
Was it because of that? Well, I have no clue. And I'm wondering how long this whole back and forth is going to last until advertisers start pulling out of Twitch. I can definitely see an ad apocalypse coming out of this whole drama. If it's get worse than this right now, I can guarantee you something is going to happen. But let's see what Hassan had to say about him getting detained at the Chicago airport. If this video does good, I'm going to start milking the Hassan and Ethan drama like a damn cow. If not, then I don't know. I'm probably gonna make a video on Bubba sleeping with a 12-year-old or something. Who knows? But anyways, let's get into the video and see what the heck is going on.
I'm sitting there and they're asking me about Trump. They're asking me about like Hamas, and was the fact that a lot of the that like the Ethan Kleins of the world have like cried about over and over again were unironically brought up in that conversation.
I take absolutely no responsibility in Hasan getting detained, but I wish I did.
Okay, so he was detained. They asked him about Ethan, Trump, and Hamas. So pretty much, this could be about the Israel and Palestine war, I assuming. Of course it is. Now, I have no dog in this fight. I don't really care what the hell is going on over there. This stuff been going on for thousands of years, way before I was even born, and it's probably going to continue long after we are gone. So what is the point? To be honest with you, I don't even think Hassan even cares what is even going on over there. All he cares about what he can gain from this. I don't see Hassan caring too much about Gaza. All I see is clout chasing. If he did care, he would actually try to find solution and not continue beefing with Ethan Klein. Like what arguing with him going to do about the war. But anyways, let's see what they're really detaining him for. But I'm not convinced about Hassan. I'm getting that vibe from that music video. Oh, I'm a communist with a Gucci bag where my product hits ya. Gotta have my swag. That's what I'm getting. Hassan is so fake. It's not even funny.
I'm sitting there and they're asking me about Trump. They're asking me about like Hamas. And he kept saying stuff like, do you like Hamas? Like, do you support Hamas? Do you think Hamas is a resistance group? Do you think Hamas is a group or a resistance group? Like, he just kept asking over and over again.
Okay, they asked him, is Hamas a resistant group or a bad group? Yes or no? Just a normal question they ask. A yes or no question. And instead of him not just lying and saying no, he probably would just yap in his mouth this whole time, just wasting everybody's time. I can guarantee you that. I swear, Hassan talked way too much. All talk but no action.
And I kept repeating the same statement over and over again. I kept saying, I kept saying a couple different things. Right? In terms of like Israel and all the wars, I was like, I'm on the side of civilians. I want the endless bloodshed to end. I am a pacifist. I want wars to end. I just kept repeating that over and over again. Every single time he asked me a question, I just kept repeating that. And every single time he asked me a question, a leading question about Hamas, I kept saying, the United States State Department recognizes Hamas as a organization. The United States State Department recognizes Hamas as a organization.
The fact that he keep talking without even saying yes or no to that question is beyond me. I swear, Hassan is something else, man. Holy. I swear, what's next, man? Is he going to mention Ethan Klein or something?
One thing that I will take note of that I thought was very interesting was the fact that a lot of that like the Ethan Kleins of the world have like cried about over and over again were unironically brought up in that conversation.
Here we go with Ethan Klein again. I swear, it's either Ethan or Asmongold. Hassan is milking these two like a cow. It's ridiculous, man. I guess him going viral for that 9/11 clip wasn't enough. Now he needs to start milking these two just to get by. You cannot make this stuff up. Now who are you going to blame next? Random commentary channels? Or will Hassan like to say slop channels?
And I genuinely in that moment was thinking like, these slop tubers are actually playing with fire. And I even thought about not even mentioning this because I was like, I don't want to give him any sort of like power over the situation. But like, the reality of the matter is 100% the Trump administration is inadvertently working with a lot of these dipshits. These dip are playing a formative role in getting people in trouble with the law.
So you saying all these commentary channels that are talking about you are conspiring with Trump to take you down? Really, bruh? Like, who's going to buy that? Even if that was true, are you going to prove that? You know? Just how?
The first stuff was just illegal for him to ask me those questions and completely idiotic and ridiculous. And I think they did it because they know who the I am and they wanted to put the fear of God into me, not knowing that I'm a stubborn piece of shit and that's not going to work at all.
I'm not surprised they know who you are. You are allegedly supporting terrorist groups. You are definitely at the government watch list. I don't know what you expect was going to happen. Every time I get on YouTube, I always see him either beefing with Ethan Klein or Asmongold, chasing clout, or yapping about something crazy. And yes, you are a stubborn piece of crap. You can't even answer a simple yes or no question without you yapping, wasting everybody's time. Now, since Hasan always talking about Asmongold, sending him death threats like a complete psychopath, let's see what he had to say about this whole drama of him being detained, being shaken to his boots.
I take absolutely no responsibility in Hasan getting detained, but I wish I did. The fact is that he does support propaganda, and by any, again, the honest question, would you want the TSA, and ask yourself the question, would you want the TSA and the people that are vetting the individuals coming inside of our country to do additional questioning towards people that have a record for supporting known terror groups? Would you want them to do that? And I think the answer to that is absolutely yes. 100% yes. And I think even he would say that. He would have to say that. How would you say no to this? So if anything, this is a huge W. You're a to some furries I am, but not to America, okay?
Okay, a pretty normal response from Asmongold. Now, let's see what Hasan has to say and how out of pocket he can get just by that one simple answer from Asmongold.
Delusional, uninformed.
This is about me, I'm sure.
Apolitical, content creators out there, slop tubers in general, people like Asmongold, people like or people like Ethan Klein, like people that are just like,
why isn't he talking about Destiny anymore? Because I feel like I haven't heard Hasan bring up Destiny in days.
Angry for no discernible reason, or angry for
I'm not mad, everything's fine.
Whatever their own personal vendetta is.
What?
And they just basically delude people into believing wrong things. They push people into believing incorrect things. Okay?
Absolute madness. What has streaming become? This is so ridiculous, man. Holy, this is a nightmare. Now, what do I think about Hasan Piker? He seemed like an okay guy, but personally, I don't trust him. He seems shady as hell. In fact, I don't trust anyone, especially when it comes to politics. This is why it's so important to do your own research, especially if you're going to be watching people like Hasan, Ethan Klein, and Asmongold. You definitely need to do some research to make sure the information is accurate and you're not being lied to or something, because you just never know of what this saying is actually good information. That's just my opinion of this whole matter. But anyways, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. This is not a video of hating on Hasan or anything. This is just my opinion of the situation that is unfolding right now. Over here, sitting back with a popcorn in my hand, enjoying the show, and you gotta love it. But anyways, thank you so much, and peace out.